hands on the floor, butt up, stretch it out. All right, so meet me back on the floor and then put one knee on the ground and I'm building my obliques a little bit in the hips, but then what you do is you stretch here and it's dynamic, so then you put both knees on the ground and stretch the other way. It looks like it might be complicated, but once you get it, it's pretty easy. So again, just knees on the ground, put up. And then once you figure it out, you can play with this stretch and get a little bit deeper in the glutes. Get a little lower if you can. Morning, Abby. We're just stretching. We're in a really funky stretch right now. So if you want to just get in your deep squat, do that. All right. So now meet me on your glutes. And so you can start out right here. It's just some hip openers. So it's just to start here, drop those knees. And then once you get the hang of it, or you've done it before, you can come all the way up. Reach the hand behind you and reach up. Or just alternate. Stretch up. Both hands, one hand, or you can stay right here if that's good for this morning. Those hips. Down dog. Stretch those shoulders, back of the legs. Let's go to high plank and get some arm circles. Let's stretch. All right. I don't know if I want to get on, but I'll go ahead and stretch that way. What we're going to do today, we're going to do a lot of stuff with the band on. So you may want to have your bands available. The first round, a little tight band. And then some of these other weird movements, you may not want to go super heavy. I don't necessarily know what that means for you. Like Abby, I would go with 5 to start. The other side. And then Jen, yeah, you have 5. You might go to there and then circle with your presses. With the final twist. Why don't you guys just start taking some squats while I show you what we're going to do today, so you can decide what you want to get. So keep going. So we're going to have a band on, and then all we're going to do is go step behind with a military press. That's it. So just this with the band on though. And then the next exercise is going to be, we're going to bring the weights here and we're going to go squat and then up on the toe and then come back up. And then squat up on the toes, like one at a time and come back up. So that's also kind of neck trap intense. So you may want to go lighter or at any time put those weights down. And then the third exercise is we're going to just sidestep and press the weight here. So again, you don't want to go too heavy because it really will hurt the traps. And then our fourth exercise is we're going to go down to the ground. So we're going to do something weird like tricep extension plus like this weird clamshell. So again, light. We're only going to do those a couple of rounds and then we're going to go to heavier weights with some curls and some presses, still keeping the band on. So it's not crazy movement with the band on in the beginning. So you could probably go with a harder band. But just a band that you can still have, like, you can still move it. The band is too tight and you can't move, that's not gonna work. Okay. So I would, yeah, start out a little bit light. then, we'll do a few rounds so you can always go heavier. So this first one is you just step behind you and press. And you can put those weights like this or like this, whatever's better for your shoulders and your neck. And then I'm stepping behind. I know it's hard to see. I'm not like stepping way far behind. It's just kind of like a side step behind and press, but not a curtsy or anything like that. All right. All right, let's try it. So you want to make sure that band is tight enough so it's not falling down. Core nice and tight. We're not going fast. Good, okay. So the idea is to keep the weights up here the whole time. So you give me a squat, you go up on the right toe, up on the left toes, and then stand back up. So squat and then alternate the side that you come up on first. So just give me that good squat, up on the toe, and stand up. And again, if at any time that gets rough on the neck, you can even bring the weights down here and do it, or just put those weights down. We're just kind of loading those glutes and quads a little bit more by holding those weights. Just make sure you're giving me a nice good squat. Sitting that butt back. Good. Okay, so the next one is where you side step lateral and then give me a press. Bring it back in, side step, press. Now this one, if you want, you can go a little bit behind you if that works better on your band, your back foot, or if you can just go lateral and that works with the band, just kind of make it work for you depending on the band that you have on. And then this one too, if it really starts to hurt that neck, you can even use it without weights or just get something lighter because it's going to work those trends. Good. Okay, so meet me on the floor. On your side, on the floor, and grab a weight that you can do a single arm tricep press with. And then you can make this work however it'll work for you. You don't have to do exactly how I'm doing it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go tricep extension with kind of like a little clamshell, but I'm not keeping my feet together necessarily. If you want to, you can. I'm just lifting up my whole leg, adding that tricep. The other option is you can come down here and do it. If it's hurting your neck, being up here. All right. So just make it work for you. If you want to even just lay all the way down here. Work those triceps. Work those glutes. On the side here. That will work your core a little bit more. If that puts any pressure up here where it's not comfortable or on your neck, just lay down all the way. Good, let's go to the other side. Same thing, other side. Only for 40 seconds, so it's a long time. So if you need to take a little break, take a break and then jump back in. Good, and yep, work that those triceps. So make it in that tricep extension. Good, awesome. All right, go ahead and meet me at the top. We're gonna get a little cardio. Grab one of your weights. And we're going here, overhead. Jump squat with your band on and then overhead. You don't have to use your weight. If you want to let those shoulders rest, that neck rest, you could always put that weight down and go a little faster for your cardio. If you wanted to work those shoulders some more and add that weight, up to you. Awesome. Okay, rest. Okay, so kind of decide if that was a good weight for you, if that was a good band for you. Grab your first drink of water or sip of water, and then we'll do it again. And I do kind of err on the side of going lighter for this, just because it'll really make my traps tight. But again, go nice and slow, keep them here or this way. If it's heavy, you can always do one at a time. Okay, grab those weights. We got our behind step with our press. All righty. Core tight. Yeah, Jen, you might want to just just don't overdo it because I don't want this to get overworked. I think you're fine with your fives, Abby, doing these. I think you're good. But yeah, if you need to be, just put that weight down and don't even use it. All right, what do we got next? We got our little squat and then up on the toe, all the way up. Hold that weight if you want to. You can hold that plate here. You can hold those weights down here. You don't have to hold weight. Nice deep squat, squat, squat. Get a little lower. Good. No press. My bad. Those glutes to the top. Good. All right. We got our side step and our reverse or our cross body press. All right. Side step, it can go behind you. Go like lateral. Whatever works for you. If it starts to get a little heavy, just hold those weights here. Add that little twist. Think about the core. Think about putting that in the shoulders, using your core. Oh. Good. All right. Meet me on the floor for those triceps and our little leg lift. Slow, hold at the top for the tricep, hold at the top for those glutes. Good. Abby, get it like here, like this, and extend. Like elbow up to the ceiling and extend. So that you're working the backs of your arms. All right, switch sides, guys. Yeah, just try to feel it in the back. It's a little funky. single arm like that. You really want to give me a good tricep extension. Keep the elbow to the ceiling. Yes, looks good. All right, let's get on up for some cardio. If you want to hold your weights, cool. If not, that's fine. I'm not going to hold my weights right now. We're going right here. So if you want to hold those weights to do this cardio, you may not want to though, because it'll really hurt those traps. Got those lighter weights. Forward and back with that band on. Keep going. We got 10 seconds. Good, good. And rest. Okay, we got time for one more round of all that. All right, grab some water. One more round of all that. And then we'll switch and go a little heavier for curls. We'll go to the ground for some presses. The band and weights is tough. All right, grab your weights. Step behind and your press. That core tight. Up. Core tight. All right, awesome. What is next? We got our squats up on our toes. Alternate which one you lead with. Squeeze those toes to the top. Squat. Put that weight down if something starts to feel funk. Good. Get a little lower, Abby. Get that booty down. There you go. Sit with me this week. Get that booty down. There you go. Good. Good job, Mike. Awesome. All right. We got our little lateral or behind. With our cross body press. Last little. Alrighty. Again, when you do this a little difficult, just keep those weights right here. For left before, it starts to get tiresome. Then lateral behind you. Good, nice and slow. Good, all the way. Yep, perfect. All right, for our triceps and our little leg lift. Go slow, hold the top. That neck starts to get tired, lay all the way down. Awesome. All right, let's do the other side. Awesome. Let's get up. All right, we're gonna go a little pendulum or a little tick-tock. Hold that weight if you want to. If not, put that weight down. We're right here, keeping that core tight. Again, you can hold the weight, but you absolutely don't have to. You want to work that cardio a little bit more, put that weight down and just pick up the pace to get that heart rate up. Ooh, my hips are on fire. Keep going, keep going. You look good, you look good. Keep that core tight. All right, rest. Go ahead and take that band off just for a little bit. Grab a sip of water. Let your heart rate come down. And I want you to give me some little hip openers when you're ready. Maybe do 10 on each side, just, you know, at your own pace when you're ready. Those, I just want you to give me a little bit of stretching in those hips. So on your own, 10 hip openers. And then just give me some hip stretches. You know, mine got tight. I love this stretch. Right, lean to your left. Right over left, lean to your right. All right, so the next exercise, we're gonna do back lunges and a curl. So you wanna go a little bit heavier if you can for the bicep curls. And then we're gonna go to the floor and we're gonna do some close grip press. You do need to make sure that you at least have a little bit of range of motion with that band on to be able to give you that lunge. And then we'll go to the floor and we're just gonna do our hip lift with our close grip press. And then probably some Supermans. That'll probably be what we're doing. All right, so put one of those bands back on, whatever works for you, with a little bit of motion so that it's not too tight. Grab some heavier weights if you want for bicep curls and the chest press. You want to have a couple out so you can, you know, when you're on the floor, if you need heavier for the chest, lighter for the curls. And then we got back lunge and curl, alternate. So we'll go back lunge, curl at the bottom. If your weight's a little heavy and it's hard to curl at the bottom, you can give me a back lunge and a curl at the top. But if your weights are doable to curl at the bottom, curl it at the bottom. It'll make you stay in that lunge a little bit longer and make those biceps a little bit harder. Keep going a little bit longer. I got to switch our time. Good. All right, we're going to mix it up today with our close grip press and our hip lift. So instead of doing it at the same time, we're going to do it opposite. So you're going to give me your press, down, hip lift. press, down, hip lift. So again, if you need something heavier for this, grab that now. All right, so press, and they can be at your body, press them, and they can come together at the top. If you want to keep them apart, that's fine too. And then give me that hip lift. Good, squeeze at the top, hold for a little bit longer on that hip lift, squeeze it, keep going, keep going. We're gonna go for 10 more seconds. Squeeze those glutes at the top, make sure that you have that abduction. All right, let's flip it on over and get some Superman. Arms and legs coming up. Pause at the top, make sure that you count like a good second at the top. Pause, bring it back down. Think about that lower back when you're doing it. If at any time your glutes are overpowering that lower back, maybe leave the feet down for a couple of reps and just try to think about working those lower back erector spinae muscles down there, keeping that belly button pulled in. We're gonna go for a few more seconds. Awesome. All right, give me a child's pose. So just come up, stretch back. And then we'll get another set of our lunges and our curls. All righty. Are we up? Mike's up. I see Mike. Abby's getting up. Jen's up. All right. So back lunge and bicep curl. And if you start curling at the bottom and you get tired, you can always change it up and give me your back lunge and curl at the top. Or try it either way, see what you like better. Remember, keep that core tight, make sure you're breathing. Awesome, all right, let's go to our close grip press and our hip lift. Squeeze those glutes at the bottom. If that band isn't tight enough, just get wider with those knees and feet. Give yourself more resistance with that band. Squeeze at the top. Try to hit that upper glute area. Hold it there as long as you want. If it feels good, stay up there. You can always get more presses. If you want to keep it up there a little longer, it's your workout, what works for you. Awesome. All right, let's get our back extensions or Supermans. Work that lower back. And this exercise as well, if you want to do some of the Superman where the legs and the arms come up and some with just the upper, you could do some with just the lower. Good, stretch back. So we're gonna go over time just a teeny bit, but I do want to get one more round of this and then we'll be done. I got 7 more minutes on my Zoom. Probably go for 5 more minutes. All right, grab that sip of water, come on up. Let's get our bicep curls and our lunges. All right, you ready? Last round. Lunge and curl the top or the bottom. Take a little peek at that knee. Make sure it's not doing anything funky. Push through that front heel. Try to load those glutes. Take it out of those knees. All right, let's go to the floor. So remember, do your press and bring those weights back down and then do your hip lift. Press, bring them back down and then drive those hips up for that hip lift. All right, last exercise. Let's get the Superman back extensions. And take some time to stretch this morning. That wasn't even 5 minutes. Oh, I guess it